Hi everyone. I am so excited. So excited because today is my Mooing with Pride year 2 announcement. If you don't know, Mooing with Pride is a readathon that I have created to read more gay books in the months of May and June. You should be reading gay books all year round, but I like to have like two periods of time where I just like binge. I do read gay books throughout the year, but May and June is when I like put pedal down to the metal to the pedal, I don't, whatever phrase it is, and I read as much as humanly possible because gay people deserve the support. I am gay myself. I am identifying as queer overall, but I am non-binary and asexual. My sexuality is just a mess. I have no label that fits that, but I would say that I am very gay, and I am also familiar with like neo pronouns and stuff like that. So my goal of this readathon when I first created it was to read more books that are LGBTQIA and by LGBTQIA authors, but I also wanted to kind of spread that awareness with other people to get them to try to branch out and read more LGBTQIA authors and LGBTQIA books. Last year was my first year, and I think we had a good number of people who participated, and last year was like bingo boards. It was very fun. But I want to go ahead and say that it is completely different this year. It is nothing like it was last year, but for good reason. And I think it's actually better. This was my original vision of Mooing with Pride. I just didn't have the resources, the time, the support, the knowledge to do it the way that I wanted to the first time. The first year, I kind of just wanted to get something going that I could build off of, and this year I definitely built off of it. But I'm getting really too excited, so let me introduce myself in case you're new here. I'm May. I am known as Mooing with May on YouTube, Twitch, and then in the gaming spaces, I'm known as Wiener Wagon. We won't go into that too much. It's like a whole funny story about a fake hot dog wedding. Um, so I'm running this on multiple social media fronts. I will be doing YouTube content. I will be doing Twitch streams. I will also try to post on Instagram. YouTube will be like pride recommendations, a reading vlog, our TBR, and then on Twitch we're gonna be doing reading sprints, games, special events, a charity stream. So that's me. I'm gay, as I was saying earlier, and this I want to go ahead and put out a disclaimer. This is not just for gay people. You can be questioning, you can be straight. This is for anyone and everyone to participate if they are wanting to look and read for more LGBTQIA authors and LGBTQIA books. And this year, I feel like I have really done it well. I'm like really excited to get into it. Um, but yeah, that's the gist. That's the readathon. The readathon is you read the books. Now, are you ready for the big surprise? There are two big surprises for this year, and I'm so happy that my vision for one turned out the way that it did. But there are gonna be badges this year. I'm gonna go ahead and show them. Badges! There's badges! There's badges. I love them. So I worked with my dear friend Allie, Mythic Melons, on social media. I think they're Mythic something on social media. I don't know if the username is the same on every social media, but that's how I know them on Twitch, is Mythic Melons. I worked with them to create these badges because I wanted something cow related that connected with Pride Month, because I call it Mooing with Pride, but like there's not really a whole lot of like cow stuff that was put into it last year, other than I think we did like a page goal to unlock a gay cow. Well, I wanted there to be more gay cow this year. So we have created these badges that are each color of the rainbow, and then when you complete all of them, you get the special badge at the bottom. We have named him Moobert. I don't know why we named him this. I'm not really sure where it came from, but very early into the planning of these badges, we coined him Moobert, and it has stayed. So everyone please meet Moobert in all of his gay forms. These are going to be easy to achieve, and some of them are going to be like doing things with yourself, and some of them are going to be actions to support people, so I'll run you through them. So like I said, there is one for each color of the rainbow. Essentially, the red one is watch a YouTube video from an LGBTQIA creator. Watching one of my videos automatically counts you for one of these, but like if you want to go watch someone who's not me, there is a ton of them out there. Like Gavin Reeds is queer, and then my other friend Allie with Malice, who I believe is with book. Oh God, what is their YouTube name? Hold on. There was a rebrand at some point, and I'm blanking with Ali, with books, with something. Hold on, I'm so sorry. This is embarrassing. I should have done my research. It's with Ali. Okay, yeah. It's with Ali. They're also queer. They are asexual. Love them. What a baddie. So those are just two off the top of my head, but I'm sure there is a ton of them out there, and typically you can find them pretty easily because like if you just search up certain keywords, that's how I found Gavin actually, and I feel like typically like YouTube kind of recommends you those kinds of videos once you start watching them. So you can easily watch me for this prompt. You can watch Gavin. You can watch Ali. You might already have someone that you know that I'm not listing that is in the LGBTQIA community that will fit this prompt. And once you do that, it's literally just one video by a creator. It doesn't have to even be a gay video. It's just, I want you to go support a gay person. That is it. I want you literally to go find a gay person on YouTube and go watch one of their videos, like it, comment, do whatever you can. You don't have to give them any money. I'm not asking for you to give them any money in any kind of way. Just literally go watch the video that they put out anytime soon. In May and June, obviously. And then orange is self-care. I was speaking about this with my Allie, Mythic Melons Allie, and we talked about the fact that doing LGBTQIA stuff can be very hard and draining because unfortunately we live in a society where it's not always supported by everyone, and there is a lot of homophobia that still exists in our country. So when you're doing activism, it can be very draining on you to like have to go out there and fight the fight every single day. I kind of wanted to add some prompts that would kind of like regenerate you, what's the fuck? Can I speak? Rejuvenate. That doesn't sound like a real word. Like kind of like boost morale, like refresh yourself to be able to go back out there. So do self-care, whatever that means to you. If self-care is doing like a cleaning routine, or if it's like I said cleaning routine, like touching my face, like I meant like a makeup removal routine, or like if it's actually cleaning your house, or if it's like going and getting a nice little coffee, like none of these require proof. Like I'm trusting y'all to do it, and you'll have access to the badges, and then you put the badges, and no one's gonna come and fact check you of like, what did you do for self-care? And no one's gonna make sure that your self-care is self-care. Just wanna put that out there. And then yellow, of course, is spend some time in the sun, because the months that these are participating in are gonna be nice and sunny and beautiful. And I know typically if we're in these reading spaces, we read a lot inside. So go out there and spend some time in the sun. You don't have to read. Just maybe spend like 30 minutes in the sun, go for a walk. You'll get a lemonade or something like that. That is however you want to interpret it. Just go spend some time in the sun, however long you want. And then green, which is for money, is donate to an LGBTQIA charity, or if you don't have the ability to donate, share links with someone. Whether that's sharing a link on your social media, or sharing a link to your mom, your dad, sharing a link to your friends. Because obviously the economy fucking sucks. So if you're not in the state to where you can give even $1 to a charity, I totally understand. You don't have to, but I will say that I am doing a charity stream in June, and you can literally just donate $1 through that charity stream, and you'll be getting this prompt, and you have until June to get $1. But if it's not literally feasible, I totally understand. Like I said, things are hard. Gas is soared. Gas is so expensive right now. So just share a link. There is a ton of charities out there. The biggest one right now that probably needs the most help is the Trevor Project, because it helps with adolescents that need support, and it helps with like making sure that they're safe. So that's like the biggest one I can think off the top of my head, but there is so many. Some to do with housing, some to do with minority groups, some to do with adults, some to do with like suicide prevention, which the Trevor Project also does. That's what I meant by being safe. So you could definitely find one, and just share the links with whoever and anyone, just one person if you want. And then blue, which I picked to be for Discord, is attend a Pride event held in the Discord. So there is 9 Saturdays in Mooing with Pride. I am holding some kind of special event every Saturday. I don't know how many of those are going to be in the Discord. I would say probably at least 3 or 4, and they will be announced like ahead of time. All you have to do is come sit in one of the events. You don't have to talk. You don't have to actually participate if you don't want. You just have to physically be in the Discord when the event is going on. And it will be fun. Like some of them are going to be movie based. Like we might watch some gay movies. Some of them might be like a gay crafting night. I don't really know too sure what the events are going to be, because I'm filming this at the end of March. So that's literally almost 3 months away. So I don't want to plan too anything. I don't want to plan too much too far away because like things might change. Right now, I'm just giving you the reading side of it as much as I can. So don't be too worried about that. There will definitely be plenty of events to participate in to get this badge. And then purple, I picked for Gotel because if you don't know, Gotel is game on to end lupus, which happens in May. I won't be participating like a lot of people participate because obviously I'm doing Mooing with Pride and that's taking a lot, but I am gonna probably do one stream where I try to raise money for it. It won't be like the whole month like a lot of people do, but this is a very big charity that happens in the Twitch community in May. You can literally find probably so many people to donate to. Not like donate to them, but donate during their charity streams. So if you miss my charity stream, I have a ton of people that participate in GoTel. Like I know oh hey, it's PC Cat participates with her husband, Earth Tatian. They are like, I think they're even ambassadors, or like they go to the physical meetings. I don't know what the word is for that. So like, even if I don't, like, even if you miss mine, they're gonna be doing them. I think maybe the whole month. I don't know what their plan is. I haven't talked about this with them, and I hope they're okay with me like shouting them out. Um, but you can actually go onto Twitch during May, and they'll be very easy to find. And you don't have to donate if you don't have the money to donate. I'm just asking that you watch a GoTel stream because they are very informational. They typically have like commands that will give you information about lupus. My dad has lupus, and so it's very near and dear to me. And they typically will have commands being like, lupus is this, lupus is that. And I just want people to be educated about lupus because yes, gay people do deserve to be celebrated, but lupus needs to be worked on. Like it needs to be like researched at the same time. And I think that we can celebrate two different things at the same time. Celebrating doesn't sound right for lupus. We can advocate for two different things at the exact same time. So I want to make sure that I took the time to do something for GoTel as well. And you can watch my stream, you can watch anyone. Like I think I literally know of like 10 streamers off the top of my head who will be doing GoTel something in the month of May. And then pink, which is the final collared badge, is just go do something nice for someone. I would prefer you go do something nice for a gay person, but like not everyone is out. So just go be nice to someone. Go buy someone a sandwich. If you're at the store and someone is behind you, offer to buy their sandwich or offer to buy someone a coffee or go buy your friend a coffee or go send your mom a text if you haven't heard from them in a while. Like just go do a nice action because we need more nice actions in the world. This is a very sad, miserable, scary country right now, and a lot of bad things are happening. And I think any actions of kindness that we can do will only improve things as we go. So I just literally go do something nice for whoever. Me, yourself, your mom, your dad, your mailman. Like there is so many endless possibilities for this prompt, and you just gotta do one of them. And then when you complete the entire rainbow, you get Moober on a skateboard saying we. That's just, you complete all the prompts, you get him. And there's gonna be an empty badge sheet that I'm gonna put in the Google Drive. This is just like the one with everything filled out. I will provide one with like empty spots so that you guys can fill in the badges as you get them. And I don't have a Canva link. Well, I could set this one up as a Canva link. I'll set this one up as a Canva link. I don't currently have it as I'm filming this video, but it will probably be linked in the description, or I'll share it at a later point. We still have time. I'm just going over the information as I have it. All of these graphics will be in a Google Drive like they were last year, so they'll be easy to get. They'll also be in my Discord. If you want to join my Discord, I'll have the link in the comments. They'll be very easy to find. You can also screenshot, wrong way, you can literally just screenshot this video if you want to get this badge. But that's the badges. They're just like a fun little thing to do some extra support. Like this has nothing to do with the reading. Like you can read and not touch these badges if you don't want to. You could do just the badges and don't read if you don't want to read. This was just like a little way of doing a little extra support in the communities that need them. Like Twitch is a big community with a lot of gay people. YouTube is a big community with a lot of gay people. Also taking care of yourself. Also sharing some links for charities. Those are all very important things that we can do to help boost and support the community. So this is the prompts that I have. This is the badges that I have. I hope that you love them. They are based off of the Philomistria cows because I love Philomistria, and those cows are so fucking silly to look at. I love the little emo hair. It's so cute. And Allie drew these all herself. So all of the creative support to Allie because I gave the idea and she is the one who actually sat down and drew all of these, except for movement on the skateboard. Once she gave me the red one, I took the red one and put them on a skateboard and a rainbow. So like I have like a little bit of creative talent with that one, but all the actual cows are like from Allie. So yes, moving on to the actual readathon side of things. So that brings me to the next surprise, which is this is no longer just a readathon. There is the readathon. That's only one aspect of this now going forward. There is another aspect of it. I am asking for streamers who might want to participate in this in the months of May and June to join me in Mooing with Pride. There is some things that I'm asking, but you don't have to do everything. What I'm asking is if you are an ally, if you're not gay, and you know that you're not gay, all I'm asking is that you either hold reading sprints to help people have spaces to read, or you play a gay game if you're an ally. If you are queer or you're questioning, you can do whatever you want. I just literally want to have people to raid, and I also want to have people that people can go to for safe communities, because like I was saying earlier, this is a very scary, miserable world right now, and I feel like uplifting each other is gonna be so monumental this Pride Month. So I have picked out some people, like I've asked people myself, but it's an open call to anyone. Like I asked my close friends who I knew were gay if they wanted to participate, and they can do whatever they want. So the way that I broke it down in my notes essentially was, for reading, you can be anyone. Gay, straight, questioning, literally anything. I'm just asking that you hold reading sprints. There's no minimum amount of streams. There is no maximum amount of streams. You can stream one time in the middle of the month if you want. And there's no, like, you have to stream X amount of hours. It's literally just hold Mooing with Pride sprints and call them Mooing with Pride sprints so that people who are participating in the readathon know that they can come to your stream to read with you, have a safe space to read, because, you know, not everyone knows who's an ally. And there is people who use ally in their Twitch keywords, which is great, but not everyone does that. So I just wanted to have people to have a safe place to go to where even if they're not gay, an ally will be there to communicate with them, have fun with them. So that is one aspect. As an ally, anyone, just hold reading sprints if you are a reader. If you're a reader, hold reading sprints. If you're not a reader, you can still participate. It's just a little bit different. If you are not a reader and you're going to be gaming, I am trying to spotlight gamers. Literally gamers. So I'm trying to spotlight people who are in the LGBTQIA community, and you can do literally whatever you want. So I am asking that you do try to play a gay game, because that's the point, is to support gay people. So I want to support people like indie developers and stuff like that who have put out LGBTQIA games. I have a list of LGBTQIA games that I have found that I can share as well. Or like Pride events. So like if you want to hold a trivia night, or a, I don't know, um a drag show or a trivia night or a costume night, or, you know, anything that you can think of that would help raise awareness for the LGBTQI community, but also allow you to be supported, will also allow in a safe space for other gay people that fits the criteria. If you are not gay, don't think that you're gay, don't question in any kind of way, you're like, I'm straight, I'm absolutely straight, I am asking that you do a gay game, because I want you to be like, if you're an ally, I want you to support the gay community. That's very important. Like we have to allow the allies to support us, because that's like such a big part of it. But you have to support us. Like I can't spotlight you if you're not gay and you're just like playing like Mario Kart. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna participate as an ally, you have to do like a charity stream, or like a joint stream with a gamer, or like you have to play like a gay game. Like I said, I have that list that I will gladly share, and you could pick off one off of that and play it. I'm not excluding the allies. I just need the allies to do something that is supporting the LGBTQIA community. Whether that is the sprints, whether that's playing a gay game, whether that's doing a joint stream with someone, or if that's like a charity stream to raise money for a LGBTQIA foundation. Like there is options. So everyone is welcome to do it. Like everyone is welcome to do the reading side of it. But if you're a Twitch streamer Those are kind of like what I'm looking for people who help. I do have a list of people already, but it's literally open to anyone. Like even if we aren't friends, like even if we're just like passing by and you see this video and you're like, oh, I'm a Twitch streamer, I would love to play games, or I would love to hold reading sprints. And also if you see this and you're a YouTube person, a YouTube content creator, you could also hold sprints on here. Like it's not a requirement that you have to hold sprints on Twitch. You can hold sprints on here, or sprints on TikTok, or wherever you might make content. You can do whatever you need to do on any platform that you want. Those are just kind of what I'm looking for. And what I'm asking of people. And it's optional. If you don't want to do any of those things and you just want to read, or you just want to show up for the community, like as a lurker, that is also totally fine. That is also totally allowed. This is just for anyone who is streaming or doing some kind of content creation already in the months of May and June, who might want to just do a little extra and support the community in a bigger, broader way. I hope this makes sense. I can absolutely elaborate more in the comments if someone was like, May, what the hell are you saying? It's like, May, what is going on? Just as I'm looking for streamers or content creators to participate with me. So it's not just me doing it. I'm trying to get like a community, or like a herd, cow reference, a herd of people to participate in reading or doing sprints or doing gaming. That is what my goal of this is. So I hope that makes sense. And if you're interested in participating, you can let me know in the comments and I'll figure out how to get contact with you. Or you can message me on social media under Mooing with May, or you can join my Discord and let me know, or you can come into my Twitch stream and let me know. I have a lot of avenues of getting a hold of me. So if you're interested, you can just let me know. You don't have to tell me right away, or like literally anytime soon, because like I said, this is coming out on April 1st. Did I say that? It's coming out on April 1st. When you're seeing this video, it is literally April 1st. And it doesn't start until May 1st. So you could literally let me know the end of April. Like, hey, I want to join. Or like, even if you can't do it in May because it's too busy, because I know a lot of people will be doing GoTel. If you're like, I'm too busy in May, do it in June. Literally just, you can tell me the end of May, like, hey, I'm actually free and I have some ideas, and you can absolutely join. What I'm hoping to do though, is I'm hoping to make a spreadsheet or a graphic or something of like every person who's participating, so people know to go watch. Like, of like, oh, these people are participating in this, you can go support them while also supporting me. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. This is like 25 minutes long and I have not even gotten into the prompts. I knew this was going to be long because it's like so many added elements this year. But now really into the reading side of it, which is what you're probably actually here for. So here are the first set of prompts. There are going to be 30 in total because there are 30 days in the month of June, and June is actual Pride Month. So that's how I decided to break it up. There are going to be 2 different sets of prompts. There are going to be what I'm calling rep prompts, and then there's going to be what I'm calling the fun, more just like random things that are probably a lot easier for some people. It is a sad, scary world out there. There are a lot of communities under attack right now. Some of them literally under attack. And I couldn't do this readathon this year without doing something in a spotlight of them. So you can see that there is like your more sexuality identities, but there's also some more specific ones like Muslim characters or Muslim authors. There's also Palestine authors, and then there's also like the queer API authors, those Latina, Latinx authors. There are a lot of communities right now who are going through a lot, especially with ICE and Israel. Like, there's a lot of things happening, and I can't stop those things from happening on my own because, you know, there are a lot of bad people out there, but I can give them some support. There are a ton of authors in those communities, and this is one way that we can support them, is by reading their books, buying their books, understanding their point of view in these books. A lot of people don't think that Palestinians are gay because the country that they live in is homophobic. That is literally not true. Just because you live in a homophobic country does not mean that you cannot be gay yourself. It's not safe, probably, but that doesn't mean you're not gay. That does not mean that there's not a single gay person in Palestine. There definitely is. And I wanted to very much spotlight that we should read a book by a Palestinian author. That was one of my very first ideas for this one, is that we needed to have a Palestinian author as a prompt. But then as I was thinking about that, I was also thinking about other communities that might need the support, which is where I came up with this list. I also think that With Heated Rivalries, I love the hype around Heated Rivalries. I have not read or watched it myself. This is something that I've had told to me by a couple of people, is that Heated Rivalries is actually written by a woman. And this is nothing specific to that woman. I'm just tired of women writing gay books. Women who only write gay books of men marrying men or men dating men, MLM. I'm tired of that. I'm literally tired of straight or even like it's mostly straight women who do it, but I also think like even if you are a queer woman, it does still come off a little weird if you only write MLM romance. It comes off as like fetishizing or like infantizing. Is that a word? Infantizing? Like essentially like just not even seeing them like as a person, just seeing them as like a trope, seeing them as something that's hot and sexy to write about. I'm tired of that. So I added this as a prompt. But like I said, it's no direct hate towards Heated Rivalry or the author of Heated Rivalry. I just have noticed that a lot in the book space. There's a lot of women writing about gay men. There's also a lot of men writing about sapphic women, and we have to fucking put a stop to that. So there's also a sapphic romance written by a sapphic author prompt, because I essentially want us to read books of identity by the author who has that identity. That is a big thing for me. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me walk you through all the prompts on this 15 list of identity prompts. So very first one we have is disabled queer representation. I originally said in fantasy because I do feel like you're gonna find most of them in fantasy, but then I was thinking about it and I was like, I really shouldn't limit the genre because like maybe you don't like fantasy and there probably is some contemporary romances out there or some horror out there or some sci-fi thriller, whatever, that have this prompt. I just think that fantasy is going to be the easiest one because when I was doing this list, I could think of at least 5 that was disabled queer representation. So literally all it has to be is a main character or a main characters who are disabled and also gay. It can't be the main character is disabled, but like their great uncle is gay. It needs to be one of the characters that's in the book, featured in the book heavily, has to be disabled or queer or both. So like for example, the first book that I thought of was Six of Crows because there is a character who is gay and then there's also a character who is disabled, but they're both main characters. That's okay. That counts. But there's also a book called God Killer where the main character herself is disabled and also gay. That's even better. But it has to just be a main character or like a very heavily featured character has to be disabled and another one can be gay or one of them can both be gay and disabled. It just has to be heavily featured in the book. That goes for all of these, honestly. I don't want you to pick a book where it's like mentioned one time by a character who's there for the one interaction. That's not what this is about. This is about like reading gay books that are actually gay. And I can't like say what you can read and what you can't read. This is what I'm just encouraging. Let me just say that. This is encouragement and advising of how I want these prompts to be done. But if you decide to not follow what I'm saying at all and go pick out 15 books randomly, I can't really stop you. I can't come to your house. This is just what I'm advising as a queer person of how I think it'd be best to support the community. So that's the first prompt. I already kind of talked about the second one. It's read an MLM romance wrote by an MLM author. I am doing a genre for this one because of literally what I just said. The MLM romance genre is so full of fucking women. There are so little MLM authors who get the love that they need in that genre. So I really want us to go out there and find one of those MLM romance authors and give them some love and support. I know a few, like M.A. Wardell, such an amazing author. I love them. And then prompt 3 is ace/era rep. I put them together because they're not the same thing, but they typically are wrote together. Like typically if you read an asexual book, sometimes they have era representation in it as well, or vice versa. I also just think that this is a genre that isn't super featured a lot. So I'm giving you the option of either. I don't expect you to be having both in the book. If you can find one that has both, that's fine. I just wanted to give the option of more like ace or era rep in a book, any genre. I would love if the author is also ace or era, but I honestly, this is such an underfeatured identity that I'll take anything you got, honestly. I do know a couple off my head that I'll go into that. I have a story graph of Rex that we'll get into in a little bit. And then the fourth one is two-spirited representation written by an ingenious person. A two-spirit representation, if you don't know what two-spirited is, it is a type of identity in the Native American community. You should look it up. It is very complicated. Not every two-spirited person likes to be known as queer. It's not the same thing for them. So I will say, I really recommend that when you look up prompts for this, to look up two-spirited representation written by a queer person. Like, I would also include the word queer in your search, because I have some Native American family members and they have talked to me about this, of like, to them, it's not being gay. It's just like a part of their gender identity and who they are as a person. And it's not like a label for them. It's just who they are. It's very spiritual to them. But there are people out there who do consider it being gay. And that's why I so wanted to feature it, because I think it's also something that like not a lot of people know about. So this would be a great time to learn about something that you might not know about. And then prop 5 is pansexual rep or wrote by a pansexual author. I feel like that's pretty, I feel like the next couple ones are pretty self-explanatory. Just literally find a book with that rep, and then read it. And then number 6 is non-binary main character. I said main character because there are so many books that I see get listed as being non-binary rep, and then I get to it and it's literally some side character in the shadows. Like Truly Devious is listed as being non-binary rep. I would fucking so disagree. That non-binary rep is like barely even there, in my opinion. So try to do a little bit of research into this one and find one where it's literally the main character. That way you're getting a lot of that rep so that you get a general gist of the non-binary identity. And then I already talked about 7, it's sapphic romance written by a sapphic author. And then prompt 8 is queer BIPOC. And then book 9 is book with queer Muslim character or by queer Muslim author. Book 10 is polyamorous rep. This one I think it will be interesting to find books, because I feel like it's not something that a lot of people read, but it's fun. I love reading polyamorous books. Book 11 is trans rep or written by a trans author. And then book 12 is books by queer AAPI authors. Book 13, I keep saying that. Prompt 13 is books by queer Latino, Latina, Latinx authors. Book 14 is books by LGBTQIA Palestine authors. I don't know why I said LGBTQIA instead of queer. Anyways. And then the last rep prompt is book featuring intersex characters or by an intersex author. I do think this might be the hardest prompt for people to find because it's not very sought after, but I have a list that I will share with everyone. So these are the rep prompts, and now I'll go over the more like fun, random, not identity related prompts, I guess is how I would describe them. So there were also 15 of these, obviously, because I said there was 30 in total. These ones I'm going to go over very quickly because I don't think I need a lot of discussion. So prompt 1 is random caller generator picks my book. That's literally where you go to a caller wheel on Google. It has callers already built in, or you can add callers if you want. You literally spin it. Whatever caller you get is what caller the book has to be. Couple on cover. This just means that like doesn't have to even be a gay couple if you don't want it to be. This is like, these are kind of like do what you want prompts. I would prefer it to be a gay couple on the cover, but it's just like any book that has a couple on the cover, it fits. Animated, not animated, real, not real. I don't know why I said not real, but like, you know what I mean. And then book 3 is get a book recommendation from a queer person. That could be me or Allie. I'm actually going to have a list of our top 10 gay books that will be in the Discord, and I'll also probably share it on YouTube at some point. You literally have to just pick a book off that list and read it. If you don't want to read any of the books that are on the 2 of our list, go find a gay person that you know that reads and ask them for their top recommendation and then read it for them. And oh my god, prompt 4 is book that has won a Stonewall Book Award. These are a queer book award that happens every year. All you have to do is Google Stonewall Book Awards, and then it will bring up the list of all the winners, and they're done by genre. There's not just one winner that's done by genre, so you'll have a wide selection. You can go back as far as you want. This has been happening for a really long time. You don't have to just do 2025. Go back as much as you want for a rec. And then books that show queer joy. I feel like there are so many books. There are so many books where the queer person dies or the queer person does not get a happy ending. I'm sick of those books. I literally want to do and find a book that is literally about a gay person being happy. Is that too much to ask for? And then prompt 6 is read a book by a new to you author. Book 7 is read a book in a genre outside your comfort genre. 8 is LGBTQIA nonfiction. I know nonfiction is scary, but also nonfiction in the gay community is super important because then you're getting firsthand account of what being gay is to that person and what their story is. Prompt 9 is translated queer story. Prompt 10 is a book about questioning / coming out. Prompt 11 is book that includes all colors of the rainbow in the cover. Prompt 12 is books featured in a top LGBTQIA book article. Literally typing in top LGBTQIA book articles and picking one that you want to go off of. That's going to be super easy. And then prompt 13 will be LGBTQIA book to movie / TV adaptation. There's a ton. There are actually a ton of books that have been adapted that are queer. Prompt 14 will be book released during Pride Month any year. Just has to have literally a June release month. And then the last prompt is book that gender swaps a popular story. That's just for fun. These ones were a lot easier to go into because like they're pretty, I don't want to say commented, but they're pretty explanatory. Just like off the listing of them. Okay, so now that I've gone over the prompts, let me tell you how it's gonna work. So you will have May and June to read as many of these books as you want. There is no minimum. There is no maximum. There are 30 prompts in total. You do not have to read all 30. You can read 1. You can read 5. You can read 12. You can read 18. You can read 22. You can read 29. You can read as many as you want. There is nothing that I have, like I'm not controlling any of that. Once you decide to participate, you're selecting everything. I did bingo boards last year, and I decided to not do bingo boards this year because of the fact that I got to place the bingo books in order, and then you kind of didn't have full say of what books you were picking. This year, I wanted you guys to have complete, full control of what books you're picking. You get to actually pick specifically what prompts that you want to do, and then do those prompts. I am hoping that you do some identity ones because, like I said, a lot of communities are under attack right now, and they could use support. But if you only do fun prompts, you only do fun prompts. I won't even know most of the time. So what I have done instead of bingo boards is that I have actually created like a template of blank spots where you can put your books in. So this is an example of one. This is a template where you can put in the books that you have read. I have created one for 5, 15, 25, and 30. And you can find these templates on the Google Drive. They'll also be in the Discord. You literally just pick out what books you want to read from the prompts. After you read the book, put this in the template. You don't have to use these if you don't want to. I'm just using them as a resource instead of the bingo board so that people can still track and have fun with it. So yeah, there will be a 5, a 15, a 25, and 30. You just literally insert your books into this, and then you have fun. I'm not doing like a page tracker. I'm not really doing any of that this year because I want people to have fun and focus more on reading than all the other like side things, like side activities of like going in and putting down how much you read and all that. My emphasis is really on community this year of just supporting each other, helping each other, showing up for each other. More than anything in this entire readathon / event is that. I'm not going to show all the different templates because they literally look the same. They just have different spots on them. But that's how the readathon works. You have the 2 months. If you need longer, you can. It's just recommended that you do it in the 2 months. It starts on May 1st and goes through June 30th. I will be holding reading sprints every Tuesday of May and June. So you have a ton of reading sprints if you desire them to come join and read. I do not have a TBR yet. I probably won't be making it for like another month. It'll be coming out probably the end of April. And then there are also some additional resources to help you. I have created a story graph where all of the prompts are listed, so you can actually go join the challenge once it becomes live. When this video goes out, it will be live. The story graph will be linked. Okay, so this is the story graph. There, I've listed all of the prompts as bonuses, and you just literally select the prompts that you want to do. You can add books, and then as you complete the books, it will fill in the circle. Like I said, you have 2 months to do it. And you can actually go in and add books, but I've actually added more books than I'll actually need because I want to have recommendations for you guys. So example is I'm going through and I'm adding any book that I find that fits this prompt. And then you guys can go in and select what I have listed as recommendations very easily. So what it will look like for you is when you come into it, it will say like books you've added and it will be 0 at first. But if you click into the prompt itself, it will actually show you every book that's been added. Right now, I can't see any because like no one else has added any, but it will also like down here, all books added. Because I think Allie has also been adding some. Yes, she has been. So this will be the ones that you've added. Like I hear it says books you've added. So that's great. But if you need some help, if you can't think of any recommendations, you can actually scroll all the way down to all books added. This is where every single person that's participating, when they add a book to this prompt, it will show up here. It won't tell you who added, but it will show you what books have been added to this prompt. You can go through this and get recommendations super, super, super easy. And I am working through getting them all set up. I've only done a couple so far. I think I've done 5, 6, 7. I'm currently still working on the Sapphic Romance. But by the time we get to May, I will have all of these filled out with prompts. There are some that I have read and personally recommend, but you won't know. But they're there. Like some of these I haven't read, some of these I have read. I will make a video of all the ones that I have read. I probably will do like, hey, this is my recommendation video for every prompt and every book that I've read for the prompt that I would encourage you to read if you need the help. So you will have this resource of the Storygraph to get recommendations, to find friends. I think it will show you everyone who's participating. So you can use this as a resource to find recommendations and also keep track of your prompts, keep track of your progress. So this I wanted. There's going to be Discord stuff, there's going to be Twitch stuff, there's going to be YouTube stuff, but you also have this added as a resource if you want it to have track of everything. If you don't want to keep going to a graphic, going to look up things, you literally have Storygraph to have it all in one place, to have recommendations and stuff. It's going to be super fun, super cool, super amazing, and I'm really excited. Like I said, I'm going to get all 30 to have books for them. I'm just working through slowly but surely. I've kind of been adding things as I find them. I will say the prompt that says get a book recommendation from a queer person, I will add mine and Allie's recommendations onto this prompt. So you can literally just come to this prompt, this number 18, literally look to see what was added and it counts. Whatever's been added to this prompt can count for everyone. But yeah, that is the gist of the readathon. I am really excited. There are still some elements that I am working on that I can't really share because they're not done, but I'm hoping to share soon. Like, for example, the games. I totally forgot to. I don't want to like show you videos of the games, but I will walk you through what the games that I have found. So, sorry that it's kind of bright because I have my Google Drive open. So, I have found a total of 12 games that you can look up right now. The 12 games are Unpacking is 1, Gone Home is 2, Celeste is 3, Kitsune Tales is 4, Secret Little Haven is 5, Trans-Shaping is 6, Fear the Spotlight, which is a horror game, is 7, A Summer's End is 8, number 9 is Butterfly Soup, number 10 is Until Then, number 11 is Coffee Talk, and 12 is Tell Me Why. I will have these listed in my Discord, so if you can't remember them or you need like, what did May just say? I will have them in my Discord and the threads. There is a section of Mooing with Pride that is not open quite yet, but will be open soon. I'm still finishing things. That is one of the things that I still have to finish. But outside of that, I need to figure out what specific events that I'll be doing. And there will also be a prize. So during the charity stream, if you donate or if you come, you'll be entered into a drawing. And then at the end of the drawing, there will be a prize. I don't know what the prize is going to be. I also don't know any charity event initiatives or literally anything. I'm still getting to that point. But this is like what I can just show you and what I have. And I hope it's enough to make you want to participate. I hope it's enough to make you be like, oh, I want to do that. That sounds like really fun. And obviously, as I continue, I will share more with you. This will not be the only video about Mooing with friends. Oh, sorry, this won't be the only video about Mooing with Pride. It won't be. There will be a ton of content coming out over the next couple of months, and you'll get a TBR video from me, and then we'll get like a kickoff video going on Twitch. This is a very long video. I'm so sorry. I hope that I organized this well. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comments or reach out to me on social media. Like I said, every graphic is in the Google Drive. The Storygraph link will be there. The Discord link will be there. But yeah, that is my Mooing with Pride announcement. I'm so excited. So I know I've yeeted and yapped and talked for damn near an hour. So let's just do a very quick overview of everything that I said now that we've been through all of it. 1, there are badges participating this year. 2, it's not just reading anymore, it's also gaming and fun little events. 3, if you want to participate as a gamer or someone who hosts reading sprints, you can let me know, or just go do it yourself if you want and just give me credit. 4, there are no bingo boards this year. There are just pick the number of prompts that you want and read them. There are identity prompts, there are fun prompts. You have complete control over what prompts you want to do. If you need help getting prompts, if you need help getting books for the prompts, you can join the Discord or look at the story graph. And then I think lastly, just have fun and be gay or be a great ally. You know, it's been a really tough year and some change, and let's just support each other. Let's come together and let's just get out there and have a moo-tastic time. You can participate as much as you want, as much as you least. You can participate once. You can just literally come to an event and read one book, and that's okay. I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you for wanting to support us as in the gay community, and I think that's the overall gist. I hope everyone thinks this is fun. I hope everyone likes this video. You can like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I think you're gonna have a lot of gay videos coming your way. That will be fun, hopefully. I'm gonna stop yapping because I've yapped so much that my throat actually hurts. So, bye friends. I will see you in the next one.